And we're back again, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Michelin Motorshow updates with Nav. What are you looking at this time?
Is there a limited edition Aprilia sitting back there?
Yes, that's an RSV for RF Factory Edition. It is limited edition. But we have a lot of cars to talk about, so can we talk about the next line of cars? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next line of cars we're going to be talking about is Peugeot. Now, you're a classic car expert and you're a classic car aficionado. Do you remember the 309?
I remember an uncle of mine had one, and I remember he put a free flow on it, and as a kid he took me for a drive in it. Yeah, I remember.
So Peugeot has a bit of a relationship and a history in India, but unfortunately they're no longer with us.
If they just hang on there a little bit long, I think they would have been rally legends in India. Because all car enthusiasts like, that's the car that got away.
The 206.
That was the 206.
That was the rally. I think that was Colin McRae's rally car, the 206. And then there was the 308 after that, which was that ugly frog-looking thing. Okay, so let's look at what Peugeot is up to nowadays. So this is an example of what they're up to. This is the 508. A very interesting car. This is what you would call a D-segment sedan. It goes against the likes of the VW Passat.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of in that bracket. But I gotta say, I mean, this is a good-looking machine, right? They've got the design nailed down.
It's aggressive, of course.
Yeah.
And I really like the sides on that. I love the grooves on the side. It's quite strong.
Yeah. If you look at the LED DRLs, they look like fangs. So what was unveiled in Paris this time was the first edition of the 508 and the plug-in hybrid.
Right.
Now, the hybrid here comes with a 1.6-litre petrol motor mated to a 110 horsepower electric motor for a combined output of about 225 horsepower, 0 to 100 in sub 8 seconds. But what's interesting about the 508 is the interiors. The steering wheel, it's sort of like an octagonal design. Everything in the interiors is angled towards the driver, so it has a very cockpit-like feel. And think about it, man. I mean, you've seen a Passat.
Yeah, I know.
It's a pretty interesting thing. This is way
better.
I gotta say,
it's way better.
In the sedan, I can't think of a lot of other sedans that have a better interior. They nailed it.
I love the, this bit. This is my favorite part of the motor. It's clean and it's very Tron-like. Being
a plug-in hybrid as well, of course, efficiency is the focus, but it can also run on EV mode, so it can do about 40 kilometers on a full charge, and takes about 4 hours on a regular socket, 1 hour 45 minutes on a fast charging socket to get the batteries up to speed. Now, that out of the way, this was not the Peugeot that stole the show.
Oh.
The one I'm talking about that really stole the show.
My favorite. Peugeot.
Is the Peugeot E-Legend.
I'm not even going to look back because I know exactly what I can draw it. I've been staring at it all day.
There you go.
God, it's sexy.
Hey, child, listen what I say. Today is gonna be your day.
All right, now the Peugeot E-Legend pays homage to the classic 504 Coupe. Another very classic Peugeot car, and the way it looks again from the side profile.
Look at this! Look at this! I wouldn't change a thing to it. I can't complain. It's beautiful.
They nailed it, right?
It's so freaking retro, man.
This is the 504 that it sort of pays homage to. Now coming to the interiors, purely octagonal steering wheel, it looks like a classic muscle car on the outside, but underneath it is a all-electric level 4 autonomous vehicle. Now tell us a little bit more about the interiors.
First of all, I need you all to immediately go and YouTube videos of this car. Then you will see how cool it is to see the steering wheel fold. It doesn't just go like, it goes like this, something else moves. It's amazing. And level 4 autonomous means that it can follow cars, it can change lanes and all kinds of crazy shit, basically. Basically, it's like if you feel like driving, that's what level 4 is. Level 2 is like it'll help you drive. Another thing I like about this is the color of the interior. They got this nice blue turquoise thing going to it. It really grabs your eye. And also the floor on this, it's completely flat because the battery's underneath. And with a lot of new battery cars nowadays, it's just a fully flat kind of a thing. And the dash, as you can see as well, it's because there's no engine bay coming in the front, and nowadays you have all of this engine space taken up in the front. This one unintentionally is also very retro because in Contessas and Fiats in those days, the dash is kind of flat. It doesn't protrude, and that's the same on this as well.
one of the things that sort of concerns me with the car, great looks, interesting powertrain, but it's got 16 screens on the inside. So the reason why I decided to talk about the E-Legend concept is because I know that you love muscle cars. In fact, you also own one.
Well, muscle is a bit of a stretch.
This is the original Indian muscle car, the Contessa.
Well, that's why people like calling it the muscle. It was my first car in college. It was either a bike, which is out of the question. My dad would never let me ride a bike. So then I got this for what was the price of maybe a Pulsar, I think, back 7-8 years ago in Coimbatore. And then I spent what would have been the price of maybe a Charisma and made it look like this.
So Naveen, for those of you who don't know, also runs a little company called Southside Classics, where they restore classic cars. Tell us more about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, so we did this, and then my younger brother, he got a Fiat, you know. We realized that with the old cars, of course, it's a pain to maintain, but then you have way much more fun going at way lower speeds, and it's just more fun. But if you like classic cars, follow Southside Classics on Instagram.
Absolutely. We'll leave a link down below as well. So there you have it, folks. Peugeot, the E-Legend concept, very cool designs with the 508 as well, and we have Southside Classics. Lot more content coming your way. Do let us know what you thought about these cars, and we'll see you in just a bit.